Yummy. Yummy.
Common Good TV show. The Common Good TV show. Brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Highlighting the good in the community. Hosted by Pastor John McClain, Tucson's favorite family show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Common Good Radio Show, brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I am Pastor John McClain. I am Sans, a co-host today, so I'll have to bring twice the action and twice the love. But like always, we have an amazing show for you today, some amazing guests, and we'll finish it off with the guys next door like we always do. But this would not be the Common Good Radio Show if I did not give grace and love and continued thanks to a very loving Father that makes all the blessings that I have in my life possible. And I usually do that with the Lord's Prayer, as I will this week, and it goes a little something like this. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mark. I'm glad you're here, because, I will pray to myself all day long, but it's always more fun when someone else is there, because you know what happens?
What?
We're at church. When more than two people join in my name, you are at church. So here we are doing Common Good Radio Show and church all at the same time.
That's a beautiful thing.
Awesome. Yeah. And
I have that Lord's Prayer stamped on this leather bracelet.
Interesting. My
I
wife
wear this every day.
Yeah, my wife's a big fan of it as well. So yeah, she was the one who encouraged me to do that. So
Nice.
yeah, and and definitely no better person to kind of transition into than a blooming best friend of mine, Mr. Mark Weischer, Lexus guy. Definitely a model of character and what I've seen so far, unless he's hiding something from me. I don't think he is. But yeah,
The
thank
check
you.
is in the mail.
Thank you, Mark, for joining me once again on the show. My engineer's like doing a dance back there, telling me he wants you to speak more directly into the microphone.
Yes.
There we go.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
No.
I love coming out here and hanging out with you. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. No matter where we're at, hanging out with you is like hanging out with one of my best buds. So, and we just were at actually Dominique Ortega's veteran dinner that he had at
Oh my, yeah. At El Charro Cafe. Yeah. What a great thing that Dominic did, just out of his own heart and his own appreciation, for veterans. It was just a social media post. It wasn't through anything, just through his own will and his own idea.
Heart. Just kind of just to show his character. And thankfully, we're both part of that Dominic Ortega sphere, and that sphere of just like good people in our community that just give back in a special way.
Yeah, and don't forget to thank Ray Flores too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That.
Yeah, and another one of them, us. We're
absolutely.
There's the group of people that we have. So yeah, so thank you for and you being an Air Force vet. I can never thank you enough for your service, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
a privilege and an honor.
And you being kind of just one of my thankfully I have a handful of sales professional friends. But the only sales professional friend I have that has a book and a fundamentals manual. So I always want to pick your brain. I've already had the good fortune of reading your book, and in chapter 2, you talk about what is getting prepared to make the call. So kind of let our listeners get an understanding of what that means.
So I there's another phrase for it I like to call it's called I call it taking a checkup from the neck up. Before you make that call.
Interesting.
To get rid of distractions, make sure you're focused completely on what what you want to accomplish for the call.
Okay.
And make sure that you're prepared to do it. You have you kind of have a focus list on what you want your objectives to be, and those target points.
Okay. So definitely just kind of have some type of written down game plan of some capacity going into
even
the
if
call.
It's just an index card. I like to use index cards. I know I'm kind of old school that way.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm there with you. I'm right at that age limit where I'm still old school.
So I'll bullet point. I'll just make a quick bullet point depending on who I'm talking to. I'm just going to bullet point the things that I want to hit.
Interesting.
So I make sure I get there. So I don't ever want to sound scripted, right? But I do want to have a plan for my call. I want to be able to accomplish those objectives in the call, preparing for the call. So mentally, I want to be focused. I want to be ready. I want to be free from distractions. Turn the TV down, turn the radio off. The music. I just want to be present in the call, and I don't want anything to distract me from doing it. I want to be focused. Check up from the neck up.
Nice. And then in chapter 3, it talks about, and this is really one that really caught me, especially kind of having the marketing background of my own capacity of creative openings. It talks about creative openings. Give us an example of what a creative opening is.
Yeah, you what you don't want is to sound like every other salesperson out there. Hey, this is Mark Weiss from XYZ Corp. I'm just following up, or I just wanted to talk to you about. Right away, you sound like you almost sound desperate and needy. You want to elevate your status as a salesperson with the client. Okay. So you want to kind of open up creatively. Hey, and I'll say things like, I'm not really sure if I can help you, but maybe you can point me in the right direction. But I'm doing this, and this. And maybe you can tell me who I would need to speak to about this, and this. Is that something that would fall under your parameter? Would you handle that? Or would that be a different department? And if it is a different department, could you maybe give me the name of the person that I need to speak to about that? So that way I don't sound like, excuse me, I don't sound needy or desperate. And I'm not coming across as pushy. Right, I'm asking questions, and I want to help.
Interesting. So, outside of the sales, the book and the guide, and being a sales trainer and coach in that capacity, how can people plug in with you and connect with you otherwise?
You can get a hold of me on social media, www.facebook.com/LexusMark18. Also Instagram, Mark Weiss, your Lexus guy. And you feel free to call me, 520-338-5514.
Nice. And I guess kind of as a parting note, for people that get a hold of you and connect in with you, what's something unique that you can provide for them that they will have a hard time finding elsewhere?
You put me on the spot.
I know, sorry. I just wanted to give you a little curveball as we were going out.
Yeah. Just find the right person. Don't be afraid to work with a salesperson. A lot of people get intimidated by salespeople, but there's a lot of good salespeople out there, and they want to help. So I would say find the person that you want to work with and that will work with you, and develop that relationship with them and let them help you. Let them show you their expertise.
Nice.
And do it. The average person buys a car, I think 8 times in their lifetime is the average, and I sell 8 cars in a week. So let me be the expert. Let me help guide you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mark Weiss, your Lexus guy. Find him on Facebook.
Thank you, man.
Thank you,
Good
Mark.
to see you.
I appreciate you, brother.
All right, man.
Yeah. This is the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. As usual, we want to thank our sponsors. They make this all possible. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, Kiki Rogers Country Financial, Pep Inc., Gab Ministries, BBB Serving Southern Arizona, Seton Photography, JDB Media, We Care Tucson, Action Print and Copy, Mark Weiss, your Lexus guy, Sonoran Senior Solutions, Desert Sunset Realty, Veteran Rescue Mission, White Stallion Ranch, Bukowski Law Firm, Unscrewed Theater, and the Tucson Taxi Show. All that and more after this break. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. A little bit more of the Common Good for you. Lucky you. I am Pastor John McClain of